now on your payslip and your wages and how everything has changed, and it's in real time, so you can keep an eye on what your payroll is every week going forward. So first off is ROS. So everybody should have set up a My Account. So it's a way of you keeping track of the wages that are paid. Now employers have to submit payroll to revenue every week or every month, however they run the payroll, so that everybody can keep an eye on wages in real time. So if there's a mistake, you can see it there in front of you. You can go to your employer, you can say there's a mistake, or this doesn't look correct, and it's just a way of you keeping an eye on things. So you need to go to ros.ie/my account if you don't have a My Account set up. I'm going to show you here what you will need. So to register, these are a list of things you need: BPS, date of birth, mobile number, email address, home address. And to get instant access, you need 2 of the below items. Otherwise, if you do not have these, you will register and they'll send it out to you in the post. It takes usually 5 working days for you to get your PIN code so that you can register. Once you're registered, you can see all your tax there. You can actually see the tax that was paid for you on your wages from 2017, 18, previous years, and it's now where you get, say, your end of year statement, which would have been a P60 one time, but now it's an end of year statement. So that's the first thing you need to do. So get on there on ros.ie/my account and register yourself so you can always be in the know of what tax is being paid for you. Next up is what your payslip means. So this here is a payslip that we have done as an example, John Doe, and you see there's a number of figures here, and I think sometimes these figures confuse people. So the main thing is I'm going to show you a few points. So John Doe is on a week 1. Now I have him on week 1 because it's easiest for me to show you credits and everything from the start. So week 1 means he gets paid weekly. If you're on monthly pay, you would say month 1 here. Start off with the salary here. John Doe does 35 hours a week. He gets paid minimum wage, €10.10. So we multiply his 35 hours by his €10.10, and that gives us his $353.50. That's basic. If it's different, it's all you do is you multiply your hours by the wage that you're being given, and that should give you your gross salary. That is salary before any tax or any deductions are being taken. So here it says that John is paying $7.24 in tax. I'm going to show you on the calculator here. So if we put in here 353.50, okay, and we multiply that by 20%, it's saying that his tax for the week should be €70.70. Now you'll see down the bottom of the pay slip here, we have tax credit to date. So John is on the standard tax credits 3,300, that's 1,650 personal and 1,650 employee. So when we take away the 63.46 that John is allowed for the week as his tax break, that gives us $7.24. So that's where John is paying tax, $7.24. Now how you work out that it's 20% tax is that anybody that the standard single cut-off point is 35,300. So that means if you're making 35,300 or less, you are taxed at 20%. Once you go over 35,300, you're getting taxed at 40%. So that's always how you work it out. So the PRSI for the employee here is coming up at 239. So usually the PRSI for an employee is at 4%. In this case, John has a credit, PRSI credit. Anybody that makes between €352.01 and €424 is entitled to a credit. And basically what you do is you would take the €352 from the €353, and we say that gives €1.50, and then you divide that by 6, so I think that's 26 cents, and you take that from the credit, which maximum credit is €12, and whatever you're left with, you take it away, and then it reduces your PRSI. So then the USC goes on different rates. It goes on a threshold. There's 4 different thresholds that you go through, and there's percentages for each threshold, and that's how that's calculated. So after you take away all your deductions here from your salary, this is how you get your net pay. So your gross pay up here is before any deductions, any tax, PRSI. And if you were getting a pension, you would have your pension here. If it was €50, it would say it right here. And this would also go into this box. So this 1323 is made up of the tax, PRSI and USC. We take the total deductions from the gross pay, and that gives you your net pay. Your net pay is what you should be getting paid on your check, into your bank, the cash you get handed over at the end of the working week. But the net pay is what you were supposed to get paid from your employee, not this amount. This is before any taxes are paid. This is the amount that should be handed into your hand. So all these figures on the side here, so it's their gross pay, is their salary before any tax. Taxable pay is the same. Tax credit to date, as I said, if you're getting the standard credits of your 3,300, you get paid weekly. They will divide that by 52 weeks in the year, and that gives you your tax credit of 63.46. So as I said, John is on a week 1. When he goes to week 2, this will be doubled. So it'll come up as 126.92, and as you go on, it should accumulate each time. So it goes one on top of the other, on top of the other, and it grows here. If you miss a week's work and you don't get paid a week's wages and you're on cumulative tax credits, which most people are on, then your credits go forward to the following week. So your tax will be lower the following week because you're getting additional credits. Your cutoff point here, as I said, is the standard 35,300. Again, it's divided down by 52 weeks because John's on a week 1, and this is his weekly cutoff point. So basically he can make up to €678.85 before he has to pay 40%. Tax code here, it's new because it's the start of the year. It's a week 1. We'll say John Jill was a new employee. If you were emergency tax, this is where tax would be showing up because you didn't have a PPS number or you didn't have a leave date from your last employment. This again is your tax credit to date. Your pay related code is A, that's for standard code for employees. If you were a director of a company, your pay related code here would be S. The total insurable weeks, we're on a week 1, so it's here. If you were in week 5 or week 6, it should say it here. And the employer's PRSI is what the employer pays for you. And here it's 3111, because John is below the €386 threshold. The employer is paying 8.8%, and then he goes over €386, the employer pays 10% PRSI. So the main thing to know here is that your net pay is the pay that you should be getting paid into your bank account or on your check, but this is the amount due to you after paying all taxes. So that's it for now. It's always best to keep track of your wages, keep an eye on things, get registered for the ROS account. That way you can keep an eye. It's easy for you to see if something is wrong or if your wages don't look right or why am I paying tax, and you have these questions to go to your employer with to make sure that everything is above board and that you're not missing out and that your employer is not missing out and everything is correct. So keep an eye on your payslip each week if you want to make sure it's definitely up there in revenue, and revenue have been acknowledging the fact that you're getting paid. You onto your ROS account, which make yourself more familiar with your payslip. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.